change out the struts as well. So that's our little project. So I'm getting the lug nuts off now. So here we go. It's about stripped out. All right, we got the tires up, tires off. All right, now we're gonna start working on pulling all this stuff apart. So I'm gonna start working on some of these bolts here. Oh. All right, so here we go. We're gonna get this, start with this one first. Alright, so I'm sprayed this with the PB blaster. All the nuts need done. They're just seized up right now. I did take the pins out of the brake pads though. Right here. In the meantime, while that's soaking, I just got those out while I could. And this is the one that was on that bracket right here. It was holding the hoses up. Alright, so got the calipers off. We pulled the bolts here. This is loose now. This is one that's the challenge. So we put there's a bolt on this side, so I'm going to use using this to kind of hold it while I crank it. Like so. So that's just as you can see, as it goes up, it just holds it in place as we. Yeah, so it's pretty hard to do, actually. Let's see. Try to get get that up there. Plus I've been blasted with PB blaster because it's really rusted out. I think we're getting it. That up there. Smooth it up. Oop. I fell out. Alright. Get it back on there. On the back of it. Alright, so we're still cranking this. Okay, so the way the brakes work is they sit in this little harness. You twist it out, comes out like that, and then these are little basically little clips here. These basically just get to knock them off. They come off like that, and then when you get new ones, you just slicks. The bigger clip goes here, so it's gonna be like that. Yeah. So yep. So basically, yeah. So this kind of pops off like that, and then in reverse you're gonna just like push it back on. When you get your new brakes in, same down here. Then they're just basically gonna go in. Still trying to get this tie rod off. That's the last thing that's stuck on both sides. I can't get either one of them to go past a certain point. It just gets stuck. So that's got to come next. The other thing to crank off now is the brake part here that holds the brake pads in. This is going to have to come off at the bolts here and here. And then that'll bring the rotor all the way off. So we're kind of stuck on this one and whether I should just cut it, get a new bolt. May have to just cut this and get another one if I can find that bolt. If not, I don't know. We got to figure out how to get that off with a torch or something, probably. Kind of like when I do, when you see me do plumbing of gas lines or steam lines. Sometimes I have to put a torch to it to get it to expand enough to get them off. So it looks like we may have to torch these a little bit just to try to get that to come loose. That's what it's looking like. So here we got to crank these off now. So yeah, these got to get moved. Ain't a lot of room to work in here. All right, that's kind of the update for now. All right, so here we are again. I had to cut this. I could not get that bolt out. It was froze, so I just cut it. I'm gonna get the other one cut. Just take that whole sway bar stabilizer link out of there. And then I bought some new ones over here. So we're just gonna put new ones in. Sometimes it's just easier just to cut and replace. That's how I do in a lot of my work. Just cut it out, replace. It's just faster and just better in the long run. All right, so let's see what we got here. Got a lot of seeing what we got going on here. A lot of could be cleaned up some with the brush. So I think I'm gonna brush and do some brake fluid clean or brake part cleaner over here, and we'll use my little brush over here to kind of clean this up some, get some of this rust off. But yeah, the next thing here is this strut. We're gonna take that off up here with these bolts. That'll be coming up soon too. So I think I'm gonna, let me see. Yeah, I might as well get the strut out now. Give myself some more room to work to cut that other part of that sway bar out. So let's get the bolts for this. Half inch. Interesting how I always pull the right one. So I want to clean all that up once I get all that off, and then we'll start doing cleaning. Oh. That came pretty easy. Those aren't even on there that tight. That one is though. There we go. Struck it good. All right. All right. Let's see. Let's lift this up. If I hold it up, I may be able to just hand turn them now, real fast. Just hold it at the bottom of the strut real quick. Nope, these are still tight. That one's really tight. All right, there it is. Struts off. This is the one that was in bad shape, leaking, popping real hard. All right, and this is the rotor that was getting torn up by that bad brake. Got a lot of grooves in it. All right, so we're good there. Let's have a look again where we're at. All right, so we're getting there. We're down to the bare deal. All right, so now we got to get this other bar off here now. What I'm gonna have to do is let me have a look here real quick. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I want to get that out of the way. All right. Let's take that little hook here and let that drop down. I think it can sit there pretty safely. So we'll just set that right there for a minute because I got to get to this other bar because I'm gonna let's see. So I got to get this out next. All right, so got both the struts off and the rotors. Now basically we're having a look at all this. All right, so the only thing left is get this bolt off on this side and the other end of the tie rod on the other side. Those were the ones that really gave me the problem. Still gotta working them off yet. Same over here. This one still not coming off easy. So what we're gonna do, move him over here. Sit right there. All right, so we just moved the caliper out of the way for a minute so that I can get access to this again. So, all right, so we got to get that out of there yet. So that's next. And then once I get those out, we can start. We'll start rebuilding. Start dropping everything back in reverse. All right. GoPro, turn off. All right, so we're now putting in the struts. These are the two things I'm cranking in now, holding this and that. Then I gotta still tighten these up here yet, where the top of it is. All right, just got the new struts in, looking good. Okay. Brake fluid. Whew. All right, next up is the tire. We're gonna go ahead and get in the tire. Let me see. Yeah, so we're gonna do the tie rod next. Goes into there, tuck tuck. All right, so we're just now tightening down the tie rod sway bar, stabilizer bar that goes to the strut, to this bar here. All right, so basically we're just tightening that down. All right, so I'm gonna get on the ground and I'm gonna have to pull. I want to pull that a little bit. Oh. There we go. Whew. All right, looks good right there. All right, now we're gonna do get the bottom one done same way. So 17 will go here, lock it into place. 18. We'll just start. This one's a little more tricky because you got to kind of do a little bit at a time. See, this looks like I can still hand tighten it a little bit. No, okay. All right, that's about as all there's gonna be. So push it forward. All right, we'll come back to you. That's what we're doing. Okay, now let's go ahead and get the rotor on and start. Let's see. Alright, so we got it all back together. New tie rod, stabilizer rod, new struts, new rotors, new brakes. Kept the old calipers for now. Parts get expensive, so one thing at a time. Oh, still got to get the lug nuts yet for this side. Yeah. Looks good. Okay. All right, we got them in there. Got the new brakes, new rotors, new struts. We're gonna go ahead and bed in the brakes pads now a little bit. Looks good. Let's ride. All right, let's get this going. We're off. So I'm about to take a right instead. Alright, let's hit it 30. Break down. Alright, accelerate. It's fine time.